Okay. This is the one I get to smile to. Um, like I was saying, the horror made it a little bit easier, but a lot bit worse at the whole time. Same time, whatever. Um, my stepdad was working in Fort Mill with his dad, who I could absolutely not stand. When, we started getting phone calls right before we had to go to school at 7 o'clock in the morning from his cousin, and he's never done this before, but he actually told my mother, to bring the phone to him while he was in the shower getting ready for work. That went on for about 2 or 3 months, and then he started coming home later and later, and he would smell clean after working in a tire shop all day. And I said, Mama, something ain't right here. I'm telling you, something is not right. Well, one night, me, my mom, and my little brother were sitting on the couch at home, and my Aunt Cindy was there. That's a woman you don't want to be around. And I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, she's just very, I don't know how to say it nicely, but she's very judgmental. I mean, one minute she tries to act all Christian, then she's trying to tell you what to do. And being bossy and mean. So, that's just what I'm saying. That's how I feel. I try not to go around there. But I love my Aunt Beth. Even though she got me into a lot of shit, I love her. And she's got my god baby, so, I mean, I make peace and I keep it going. Anyways, my Aunt Cindy was there, and I think somebody else was, and my grandma and grandpa were there. Or just my grandma. At this time, my grandpa had done got sick, had a couple of strokes, and we had to put him in a nursing home against our will. They put him in a nursing home, and that night that my Aunt Cindy was there and we were all sitting around, my mom and my stepdad were fighting like always, and my Aunt Cindy takes her and me outside. I had already went outside because I was tired of hearing it. I'm so tired of hearing people fight and fuss. It's just a mess. I can't stand it. And she told my mom that my stepdad was having an affair, cheating on her for this whore in Fort Mill who had came to get her tires rotated, and come to find out she was getting more rotated than her tires. So my mother, and I'm trailing right behind her, goes in the house and says, "You motherfucker, your aunt had to tell me, why can't you have some balls, blah blah blah," and says, "I can't believe this, and you put my children through this for way too long, blah blah blah." She packed some of the stuff of mine and my little brother's and hers and said, "Tomorrow we will be gone before you get home from work." And that's how it was. Well, we went to a shelter, and I can't tell you the name of it because, one, it changed, and two, the safety of other people. We didn't know it at the time, but the day that we went back over there to pick up some more of our stuff, the whore was there. Yeah. So, we dealt with that. Find out the bitch is pregnant. It's one thing to cheat on your wife, and then it's another thing to actually have another kid outside of your marriage. And, I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, I've seen it twice. And it's very hurtful, not only to the wife that they cheated on, but it's hurtful to the whole family. I mean, it really affects everybody. And especially if you already have children, it really hurts them. Because one, you've already destroyed their heart, but you have set such a bad example for your sons, if you have sons, that it's okay to treat women like that. And it's not. She was about a month or two pregnant, I guess, about the time. I'm not really sure. But she was pregnant, and my stepdad told my mom, I want a divorce. I'm in love with her, and we're having a baby, and blah, blah, blah. And my mom was pissed. So, that's what started the divorce issue. And the, child support. And I remember this one time while the woman was still pregnant. Well, I'm not even going to call her a woman. The whole episode, I'm calling her a whore. Because that's what she is. And she admitted it, so it's okay to call her a whore. We went to the Walgreens. For some odd reason, my mom and me had to stop at Walgreens parking lot right there in Rock Hill on Cherry Road to meet him. And of course, he was driving her car and she was with him, and that pissed my mama off. And see, the Valentine's before she found out he was cheating, he had got her a little switchblade with Jeff Gordon on it. She loves Jeff Gordon, ew. But anyways, he got her that knife, and she pulled it out, and she started charging for that woman. The only thing that stopped her and that blade from reaching that bitch was me. And she told him, if you ever bring that whore back around me, I will kill her. And I will kill you when I'm done. So, yeah, I had to, step in between that. One, I can't drive. I couldn't drive at the time. And two, I wouldn't let my mama go to jail for that bitch. That whore. She'll sleep with anybody. But I wouldn't touch that with a 50-foot pole. Because from what I heard, it's like trying to throw a pickle down a hallway. So yeah, that's what happened to my mom's marriage. And we left and everything, and shit started to get better. But it got worse at the same time, because I had to listen to my mom crying all night, and I was the only person there for her. I was the only person she had. None of our family stepped up and actually tried to be there for me and my mom. It just was not happening. And, it really hurt her. It hurt her that, one, her family was, like, just disowning us at such a bad time. And then it hurt her that she had to use her young daughter as the only little bit of support through everything. So, we made it through that. And that's pretty much why I do not believe in marriage. I had my issues about marriage after that. I just didn't ever. I told my mom, I don't think I want to get married, because if I have to deal with something like this, I don't want it. Because I will kill somebody. I would. But I would only do it in self-defense. Because I know me. I know how I am, and I will start swinging on somebody because I've done it before. My ex-boyfriend, he cheated on me, and we were in the parking lot fighting for 2 hours. Nobody called the cops. They thought it was funny. He was getting his ass beat, and he was swinging back. He was trying to fight back, but he didn't win. That's another story. But that's when me and my mom started getting really, really close. We always talked about everything. We never hid anything from each other, and we always were there for each other. We know how it is. And anybody that's been through a divorce because your husband or your wife stepped out of the marriage, don't think it was because of something you did. Because it's not what you did. It's that person made the decision that they did not want to be married. And they didn't want what they had. And if they ever tried to come back after your divorce, it's not worth it. Because what's to say they won't do it again? Because once a cheater, always a cheater. And that's how it is.